Next up on the docket is Steve Donahue, and Steve, like I said, spoke to our team last year, and I realized that he really had a secret dream to be a football coach. You know, because his comment was he's usually talking to 12 guys, and here he had 110 guys in the room, and he was at his best, and it was great to have him here. Anyone who's been in Ithaca knows what our basketball team has done with a history that has not been that great. But what Steve has done is unbelievable. And like I tell people about the Crescent when they ask about our fans, you know, when we win, they'll come. You know, and our community has proven that with the way they've supported our basketball program. So thrilled to have him here. Thank you. Come on up, Steve Donahue.
Six straight wins. Three straight wins after I talked. Just doesn't have the same juice. I was thrilled to do that. He was right. I'm used to 12, 15 guys in front of me. Listen, it was 100 guys, big guys. I'm trying to grab eye contact. I told Jimmy, there's got to be a point when you're a football coach and you're walking down campus and you see one of your players coming. You're not sure what his name is because you got 100 guys. How do you know every guy? Doesn't have his number on. I think I can pick out my guys. Thanks for having me and thinking that I can lend something to this event. I think it's great. And I think we all have been affected with addiction of some sort in our lives. And some of my closest friends have been through some really tough times with addictions. And I think they come out of it great with support that obviously a lot of you would have in this room for whatever situation they're going through. Unlike Mike, I think I did have a transformation happen to my program. And to be honest with you, it was a tragic thing that happened. But I look back, and I think the event that happened, the young man involved, looks back now, even as a positive. What happened was, and probably most of you know, the situation with one of our players, Cayuga Addiction. It was a practice January 6, 2006, a little over 3 years ago. I remember because I took a red eye back and bad travel arrangements. We just lost at the buzzer the night before, actually the Saturday before, to Columbia at home. So now this is the first practice after that. And I wanted to put that team through the hardest practice they've ever been through. I was still mad. I went recruiting. I came back. Still mad. Still really upset at him. At that point, my Ivy League record was 23 wins and 48 losses over 5 years or so. And that was on me. You know, we're paid to win. And that has nothing to do with the support I've had from this administration. It's been incredible. Never did I feel my job was in jeopardy. But personally, I was angry at what I was allowing to happen in my mind. But we have an incident. He gets hurt in practice. The moment he hits the floor, I know it's serious. And I've done research. I've never seen anybody have a severe neck injury in basketball. Anywhere. I did all the research. Never. A lot of other sports, but not basketball. And Kalik laid there motionless. And I knew right away that it was serious. There wasn't any doubt in my mind as soon as it happened. Just to make a long story short, he did not move for 2 months. He worked his life out of a straw for 2 months. Every part of his body. And somehow, in whatever way you want to believe how it happened, he made a miraculous recovery. He walked out of a rehab hospital 4 months after that injury. Never played college basketball again. Does everything normal, maybe with the exception of running hard and ride a bike. If you saw him, you would never know. And his life has changed dramatically. He's now working for Gallo Wines as a rep. He just graduated, completed his college career. But just think about those 2 months, what was going on in everyone's mind. And what I think happened to me, and looking back at it, from that point on, I was very grateful, extremely grateful. for everything in my life, not just basketball, but that was important. My children, when I saw him laying there, my 4 kids came to mind. That's what came flash through. What would I be doing as a parent right now? Let alone if I was upset as a coach, but what as a parent? I just decided then that I would be more grateful in my life for everything and where I'm at. And I had a lot to be grateful for. And at that time, I didn't realize it. I worried about wins and losses. Right now, I don't do that. Extremely grateful. If anybody, and obviously there's days I don't do that. You know, we all have our setbacks. But I get mad at myself. I'm extremely grateful for where I'm at in life. And I think all of us should be. But also, probably at that time, since we're losing so much, as a coach, you end up your life making negative assumptions on everything. I try not to do that. I try to make positive assumptions in every aspect. In particular, my job, whether it's recruiting, whether it's a kid who's late for practice, he's screwed. He's messing up our team. That's what I used to think. Let's give him a chance. Positive approach, positive assumptions. I think it's important. And I try to do that. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I try to do it. Third thing I would say, since this is try to give and serve, after watching what Khalid went through and just seeing what I can do, if I can give back and serve our community in any way, I think it takes so much off of you. If you're going through a lot that you can give, I think it makes you feel that you have an abundance, which I do, and I should feel that way. Give and serve, try to teach it to our players, try to do as much as we can. And the last thing I try to do is have fun. I try to have fun. I never really thought about that as a coach. I didn't necessarily make practice fun. I can remember, and similar to what Mike, and I don't know what other coaches do, but I would love to have done the same thing he did at Army. And I probably think close to it. But I don't do that now. Since that accident, as I said, we're 23 and 48. We're 50 and 13 since that accident. And I don't think it's coincidental. I honestly don't. And I say that to Cleveland. I'm grateful that it happened because he's grateful that it happened. He looks at his life as way better than it was. And he had a lot of things going on in his life that now brought to strict focus of what he wanted to do in his life. And now he's doing it. I hope that gave you a little tip of what we do, and if it helps you and anybody else that's going through things, I do appreciate you having me. Thanks.